Welcome to yet another episode of Compas FC. I'm Fernando Ramirez, joined as always by Jason Cervantes, and from the Green Light District, Eddie Rodriguez. JC, how are you doing?
Hey, ready to get it started. Some more
Yeah,
content, a
shut
lot
up.
to go over. Let's do it.
Eddie?
Everybody's mad at me. I don't know what Batman do to y'all. But riddle me this, since we're green. Yeah, never mind. We'll get to
Where's
it.
the
We'll
riddle?
get to it. We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
We're
We'll get
going to
to
get
it.
into, like Eddie said, we're going to get into all things transfer rumors or transfer news. There's a lot going on.
Mm.
A special player
Watch
is
out.
headed to the United States.
Ooh.
A legend is headed to Saudi Arabia to join Cristiano Ronaldo. What's going on with Madrid since Benzema left? What's going on with Madrid? How are they going to fill that 9 position?
Yep,
Um,
that's a good question.
yep. We got FA
Yeah.
Cup final. We got the Champions League final preview. West Ham wins their first trophy. And we got a
Whoa,
lot
not
of
their first trophy. Hold
their
on,
first
champ.
trophy in the first 25 in the last how many
All
years?
right. Don't be so disrespectful with the conference league now. I'm just
No, I'm
saying.
not. I don't know. It's their first
All
trophy
right.
in years. They have
Okay,
one more
relax
trophy
then.
than Arsenal.
All right. You know the better catchphrase for that should have been Declan Rice leads West Ham United to a European Cup. First time in 40 plus years or whatever it was, 20 plus years, whatever. But yeah, go ahead. Thank
They
you.
won the trophy from the third best trophy from the third best.
Oh,
Of
okay,
the,
okay.
it's a
We'll talk about
ladder.
that though. We'll talk
No,
about
but
that. We'll talk about that. We'll
well,
talk
let's
about
start it
that.
off with the biggest news,
Let's do it.
obviously. Very interesting. Lionel Messi was rumored to be headed to maybe Saudi Arabia, receiving over $1 billion contract. He says no. Maybe Barcelona. Barcelona says no. Which, by the way, well, before I'll get into that in a second, I guess. But
Sure.
Barcelona, no to Barcelona. He's headed now to Inter
Good.
Miami.
Okay.
JC, according to the media, everybody should be excited. It's like God's coming to Miami. What do you think? What do you make of this?
I know
I,
JC loves
I
this.
said it a long time ago. Lowest expectation, biggest payday, right? I mean, when you look at the way what made them come to the club is the craziest thing for me is just that every single team had to have some kind of buy-in, and then they have to share revenue from the TV streams, bro. Like that is mental to me. Like he's gonna clock in on TV streams, and every club in the franchise, in the MLS had to go ahead and pay for him to come over. Like it's pretty mental when you just think about what it took. I guess long term, and then they're promising him a future stake in a franchise possibly that's going to open up later down the line. I mean, how much is one person worth? I get it that they're trying to bring as much exposure to MLS possible as fast as possible. We're coming up on a World Cup very soon here in the Americas. But I think this is probably one you could have lived without. I think this is just at the end of the day one of those like fantasy signings that you kind of just go all in for, which in a way is going to bring some revenue. But I don't know. When you compare a 35-year-old Messi to a 35-year-old Cristiano,
Mm.
and you want to talk about goats and conversations, and it's still going to
One
be
went to
brought up,
Juventus, one went to
and
Juventus,
and he
and the
ran
other one
amok,
went to where?
and he ran amok.
Okay.
Hey, I'm
Okay.
just saying.
All right.
And whose goat is really better? Messi's World Cup highlights are just penalties, but now he gets to come score pens in the MLS. So
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? I saw a tweet about that, and it said Messi went to PSG so that the Saudis could hand him a World Cup, and now he's headed to the United States so that they can hand him another World Cup because the U.S. obviously hosts the World Cup final in 2026. So I thought
yeah,
I
that's pretty
thought that
crazy.
was that was hilarious. But like folks, like JC said, percentage on subscriptions to the MLS Pass from Apple TV paid directly
Crazy.
by Apple. By the way, I've heard rumors that that is not doing as well as people had hoped. So that'll be interesting to see. A percentage of Inter Miami shirt sales paid directly by Adidas.
Valid.
Um,
Happens all the time.
and you know that 10 jersey is going to sell out. People are going to be looking for it. People are going to want it. And then obviously the possibility of acquiring an MLS franchise at the end of his career. Now that could be maybe a team that's already established. From what I was told at the press conference for San Diego FC, they're not expecting to roll in any more teams for another 5 or 6 years. They're going to stick to 30. So maybe he acquires a team that's already established, or maybe he's the one that moves and tries to get somebody else. But like JC said, I also Cristiano Ronaldo went at 35 years old, was at Juventus, and these were his stats at 35: 45 games, 44 goals, 7 assists.
Go ask
Eddie.
Simeone about Ronaldo real quick. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah,
man,
what was it?
that was man bun Christie too. Remember that?
Yeah,
that was
hey,
crazy.
exactly.
Go ask Simeone. Go ask Simeone about that.
Yeah.
But Eddie, what do you make of this move by Messi?
The craziest part about all this is that like people are saying, "Oh, Messi is not going to a farmers league." Oh, he's
went to
not.
2.
He went to 2, like JC said, the French league, and now he's coming to the MLS. And let's not kid ourselves. For real, the MLS is still a step below Liga MX, and Liga MX, we don't even rate that high. Sorry to all my Liga MX viewers, but like honestly, he's going to the MLS. It's a retirement home, and people are saying that he's going to change the face of the MLS. No, not only he's not changing the face of the MLS, he's reinforcing the fact that people from his caliber go to the MLS to retire. "Quote unquote," it's a farmers league.
Eddie, can you read the ESPN FC headline?
Go ahead, read it for us. Read it for us real quick.
For what Lionel Messi moves to enter Miami, it says Lionel Messi to enter Miami makes more sense than you think. When Cristiano Ronaldo moved to Saudi Arabia, Cristiano joins Al Nassr. It's a sad end to an amazing career.
Pretty crazy. 38, 35.
Again, we're comparing someone that at Messi's age went to Juventus trying to conquer in their Champions League to someone that said, "I'm going to the MLS because, like JC said, lowest effort, biggest prize." Plain and simple. Look, I'm not hating on Messi because strategically, money-wise, the move makes a lot of sense.
It does.
Because not only is he going to get MLS pass revenue from Apple, he's going to get shirt sales from Adidas. He has a stake similar to what Beckham did when he joined the Galaxy. He's going to have some stake in the next MLS franchise. And that's going to be worth a lot more because the game is growing in the United States. It's not at the place where we want it to be, but it's growing. And when it grows to that point where Messi is eligible to get his stake in the next MLS franchise, it's going to be worth way over 1.2 billion. I'll tell you that right now. 100%. So smart move by Messi, money-wise.
Yeah.
But it's a bad move in terms of he no longer wanted to play at the pinnacle of European football. He didn't want to go to Saudi and challenge himself with N'Golo Kante, Benzema, Ronaldo.
There's rumors that Luka Modric is considering they're offering him almost the same amount of money as those guys too, and that he's strongly considering that.
Yeah, I saw that too. But honestly, like the only thing that makes sense about this is the exposure for the league. But you're really wishing on a star at the end of this day.
But remember, Cristiano was crazy because he said last year, he said this league is growing. They're going to get bigger and they're going to get more superstars. Now you're hearing they have $2 billion to throw at.
And honestly, all the MLS is really looking to do here is just bring exposure and make more people play the game, right? But there's other ways to do it. Invest in the infrastructure, invest in academies, invest in the programs, build it from the bottom up. Don't go and take a shortcut and sign a guy who frankly doesn't care about your league the way you would expect a superstar to come down to do the influence. You think Messi's going to be the first one to raise his hand when it comes to go do some showing in Inter Miami?
Beckham Inter Miami as the very bottom of their league, right? Of their conference.
And they've been struggling out there.
As US sports goes. Their conference, they're at the very bottom.
Oh,
Blame
and
Phil Neville. Blame Phil Neville if you want. That's fine.
there's rumors that Tata
Realistically, think
Martino.
that he's gonna win the league, the MLS Cup? There's no way. 100%. You heard it right here first. There's no way that Miami win the cup.
There's rumors that Tata Martino is going to be taking over as their manager.
Good. Two frauds.
Sergio Busquets is
I'm good
supposed to
with
be
that.
joining
Perfect.
Messi.
I love it.
Di Maria might be joining
Oh,
Messi.
no, look. I know JC doesn't like Di Maria, but Di Maria, certified baller. If it wasn't for Di Maria, there'd be no Messi with Copa America, and there will definitely not be a Messi with a World Cup. Plain and simple.
Yeah, that was him diving for the pen. That's valid.
Fabrizio was the one that obviously Fabrizio, that dude's a legend. He's all over it. He said that Inter Miami are considering a move for Angel Di Maria. And then the other rumor was that Luis Suarez is thinking about making his way back from down there to play. So it's basically going to be freaking Inter Miami, Barcelona FC or whatever. Like all the guys from
I don't really care for it. I don't care for it.
Let me ask you guys. This
and it's not because I'm hating. I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry to cut you off, Fernando. It's not that I'm hating.
You're good.
It's great for the league. It's great for MLS that you're having someone like Messi join the league, right? Because if I'm not mistaken, the cheapest ticket before Messi joined to attend an MLS game for Inter Miami was like $30, right? And now it's over $400. So I understand the aspect and the impact that someone like Messi has.
It took all 27 teams to bring
MLS. I understand that 100%. But you're not getting the best of Messi. So when people say that he's not joining a Farmers League, that's beyond me because this is a Farmers League. Unfortunately, I hate to say that, it's a Farmers League. It's below Liga MX. It's below a lot of leagues in CONCACAF.
You saw Leon just beat LAFC.
Let's be real. Let's be real.
Bro,
let's be real. But let's be real. And
Yeah.
I don't like publications like Bleacher Report, for example, saying that Messi's not joining a Farmers League. He is. Is he helping the league grow? 100%.
You would
I'm
hope.
not arguing that.
They're just getting more viewership.
I'm not arguing that. But is it a Farmers League throwing through right now? Yes, it is. 100%.
You guys have a problem with this? Real quick.
Let's see.
It has to be Messi. He plays the game just free, the way he plays. And I think
I don't have a problem with that.
Again, I think the way he played for his team, for his country, and to win that World Cup was an incredible moment for him. And I love watching players like him.
Okay. And is he the best player of all history?
I don't know. I think that obviously you look back at the great players of the game over the years, from Pele to Maradona to obviously Leo and Cristiano over the years. What I would say is, what Leo has achieved has been amazing. And to finish his glittering career off with a World Cup, which, by the way, his career is not finished yet. So he'll continue to play for quite a few years on from now. But, he's definitely one of the greatest players of all time.
It's funny to me. It seems like Europe is retiring Messi, like officially in a sense. And the United States are welcoming him. But I feel like Europe and everybody's like, oh, yeah, Messi's retired. Like, that's it. He's done. Like no, he's not catching Cristiano when it comes to Champions League goals. None of that, obviously. But Beckham, you know what? I hadn't seen the whole video.
Sir Beckham for you. Sir Beckham.
Sir David Beckham. He hesitated. Like when she asked him,
well, he's
like,
an Adidas athlete, guy. He's an
yeah,
Adidas
no, I know.
No, but the hesitation is valid, and he answered it like a gentleman. He respected his career. He answered it as he should. He's not going to go and throw a guy under the bus.
We respect Messi's career here.
Yeah.
We're not dumb here. We're not stupid.
But
we're not going to make it something that it was. We're not going to make it something that it wasn't.
Okay, but relax. Look, listen.
No,
listen. Messi had a great career. He's one of the all-time greats. We're not going to say he's not.
No, yeah.
But we're not going to
be
here to say that he's the greatest. Because personally, I don't think he's the greatest. No. And we grew up in the Ronaldo, Messi era, if you will, right? But I also saw other greats like Ronaldo Nazario from Brazil, Zinedine Zidane,
Del Piero, Zlatan,
Del Piero, Zlatan,
Pirlo.
Inzaghi,
The list
Pirlo,
goes on.
Ronaldinho,
Quality, those
Adriano
crazy
for a little
AC
bit,
teams. There's a lot of quality.
Let's not forget about Kaká, Shevchenko.
We didn't just start watching this because the World Cup was on
definitely not.
last summer, last winter.
And none of us here are saying that Messi's ever been a bad player.
No.
He's a system player.
And as soon as he left the Barca system.
And that's what I'm saying. He's a system player, like Mourinho said, like Sir Alex said, he's PSG. A system player. No, he's a system player.
And it's proven.
Yeah. And that's why I was saying, Eddie, when you mistakenly said I was angry. No, I just said we're not
angry here.
Yeah. No, I know. But I'm saying we're not gonna make his career seem bigger than what it was the way other people do. Like other people,
I respect that he won the World Cup, but personally, I don't think that World Cup should have been his. I thought it was rigged, and a lot of people agree with that statement.
Very much.
And if you don't, you don't. That's fine. But let's be honest. They played the Netherlands, and they should have lost that game.
When you get a goal every game off a pen, especially in such a tournament like that, very very hard, very hard.
Well, go on, Fernando. My bad. I'm sorry for
no. You guys are good. Yeah. I'm gonna try and do this right. Karim Benzema officially joins Al Ittihad in Saudi Arabia. Like we said, big money. He's gonna be making a lot of money over there. It's a contract similar to Cristiano's contract. So he's going to be making about $100 million this upcoming season, which is very interesting, especially considering. By the way, real quick, have you guys? My bad. Before we need to jump back to this Messi thing real quick. Have you guys ever seen a team have to do a press release because they couldn't acquire a player?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Isn't that nuts? Like, you basically had and I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. Barcelona fans are that bunch of crybabies that this whole season, at every single minute of 10th minute of every game, they chanted for Messi.
Look, for those listening, Barcelona released a statement, and basically they said, "Oh, we wish Leo well, and we tried to acquire him, but X, Y, and Z didn't plan out.
It's crazy.
Now he's playing football at a lower tier where there's no pressure in a sense to play at a higher level.
They're still going to try to loan him in the MLS offseason. You know what? It's going to be crazy.
They took a dig. They took a dig at MLS, respectfully so. But at the same time, it's almost like you're blaming Messi as to why he didn't come back to Barcelona. Because
I've never seen a team do a press release for
La Liga gave him the green light.
Yeah.
Barcelona couldn't get their finances straight. It's not Messi's fault that he's not back at Barcelona. He wanted to go back to Barcelona. So, Barca fans out there saying that Messi this, Messi that, he could have been back. No. Blame Barcelona as the club, as an institution, as to why he's not back playing in La Liga. Plain and simple.
Yeah, completely agree. All right, my bad. So Karim Benzema joins them. Obviously, huge news. Here's for him. I mean, he gets to continue doing his thing. I think he's gonna be playing with Kante.
Same way I wouldn't be mad if Messi went to play in Saudi Arabia. I wouldn't be mad.
Here's this was
sold out crowd.
And this looked like a WWE entrance. Like he gets up there and they celebrate him. They had the Ballon d'Or. He had the Ballon d'Or there. Like
he
was celebrated.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if on his hand he's gonna put like a golden
glove?
tape.
Gold, everything now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's tight. El gato.
JC, what are you gonna miss the most about Benzema in Europe?
Champions League, Benzi. You kidding me? How can you
Ramadan Benz?
These last couple of years, he's just been lights
The
out.
best
But honestly,
player, the best player in Europe. Let's
his
be
career
honest.
was crazy because I mean they signed him as a kid, you know, and
Yeah.
not many people live up to those, you know, future star potentials that they put on him. But you know, getting to watch his career from start to finish is, you know, is pretty gnarly. I mean, everything he did in Madrid and Europe, there's nothing left. You're talking multiple time Champions League winner, one of the all-time goal scorers in Real Madrid history, one of the all-time Champions League goal scorers. You know, the name, you can hear the name
Also
Karim,
for
and this can,
France. Also for France.
and they snubbed him
And
and
I'm pissed
snubbed
that
him
he didn't
multiple
get.
times.
He should have
Yes,
been a
And
no,
World
he
Cup
got
winner as
snubbed.
well.
the
He got
fact that
snubbed.
Giroud is
That's
the
okay.
all-time French goal
That's
scorer instead
okay.
of
I
Benzi
like Giroud. I like Giroud. I
is
like
is
Giroud.
Nah,
I
but you know,
understand what
but
you're
you
saying.
know,
I
you
understand
know,
what you're saying. I like
you know,
Giroud
if they
though.
would
I
have
like
had
Giroud.
Benzema this World
I
Cup,
like
Messi
Giroud
doesn't
though.
even. Messi
I
doesn't
like
even
Giroud
touch
though.
that trophy.
I know, but I like Giroud.
Yeah, well, I care less for Giroud. It should have been
Uh-huh.
Benzi. But anyways, you know, that's what I'm gonna miss most is Champions League Benzi and just proving people wrong because everybody, you know, just kind of gives him the little stepchild treatment where you know they had live in a Cristiano shadow, a Bale shadow. Some people even would rate him lower than Modric sometimes, and that was pretty
That's
crazy to me too.
disrespectful.
You know, and I always been a fan of the guy. I always liked his build up play, a smart
Because
technical
he's been at
player, play
Lyon.
with both
Because he's been
feet,
at Lyon.
crazy finish from anywhere and everywhere.
Mhm.
Both, you know, there's nothing the guy couldn't do. Just a true complete
Incredible,
forward in
bro.
every sense of the word. Wish him all the best, a proper farewell. You know, he's gonna go over there and bag himself a quick little 30 piece out in Saudi and
Love it.
do it big, you know, and he's gonna fit right in and he's gonna be recruiting other talent and other players to that league and it's gonna go up. Honestly, it's just gonna be like a super league in some ways with the kind of players they're gonna sign with just these contracts. It's gonna be paradise for a lot of players to come get a big check, but the competition is gonna start going
Yeah.
up because
Yeah.
it
There's a
has
lot of
to.
competition in Saudi League.
It's gonna.
More than the
It's gonna.
MLS. I'll tell you that right now.
And I do know that the Saudis like to buy a lot of young, you know, talented Brazilian players, Spanish
Shout out
players.
Talisca. Shout out
You know,
Talisca.
went out there to the China League, and I think you know he was linked to some transfer at some point to the Saudi League. And you know, it's crazy to see who's going to be next at this point. It's
Yeah.
like who are the
Yeah.
Saudis going to get next? You know, they're going to try to get all the Madrid players on one team, and you know, have them go play against all these other players. It's
Bring
going to be fun, you
Marcelo.
know, and you know, we'll see what happens. Marcelo is up there, right? That he was
He's out
supposedly
there.
linked.
Bring him in.
I
Bring him
heard
in.
that. Yeah.
That'd be tight. That'd
Well,
be tight.
but shout out Benz, deserves it all, and
That's
an
there.
elite goal scorer, an elite goal scorer. You know, and he always
Yeah.
got played second fiddle, and people even rate Suarez over him, which is still crazy to me because you know it's just
crazy.
no respect, no disrespect to Suarez. That boy's a dog
Suarez a
too.
baller.
But
100%.
Benzi, he's cut from a different cloth.
He different.
Yeah, he's different. That boy crazy. Yeah, he's known to do a few shenanigans off the field too. That was kind of crazy too.
That's a fact.
He's a fool.
That's a fact. Look, for real. Like JC says, no disrespect to Suarez. Suarez, for sure, one of the best forwards to ever play in Europe, especially coming from South America, Uruguay. No disrespect. 100%. Liverpool legend, I would say. Liverpool legend. No disrespect. But man, Benzema was on a whole different level, my guy. He had to play second fiddle to Ronaldo when he got signed. He had to play second fiddle to Bale when he got signed. And then after he left, well, Cristiano and Bale, who had to carry the load? Benzema, right?
Bale didn't leave.
No, he left. Like mentally, he left. He wasn't playing.
He was checked out.
Yeah.
He checked
Tea
out.
time was at 11.
He checked out. He checked out.
Oh man.
He checked out. And Benzema carried that load, put the team on his shoulders, got a Ballon d'Or in the Champions League to show for it.
Develop some talent.
Not only that, he allowed talent like Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, to not play second fiddle, to be involved, to get in there and establish themselves as superstars in their own right. Took other players like Valverde probably under his wing, and Luka Modric like followed Benzema's guidance. All said and done, I would have loved to see Messi in the Saudi league, considering the amount of talent that's going over there. Benzema, who's still playing at a high level. Kante, who's still at a high level.
That was the team that he
Cristiano
was supposed to join, though. Messi.
Cristiano
On the team with
Ronaldo that's still
Benzema
at a
and
high
with Kante.
level. Talisca, Brazilian boy that is playing at a high level. Amongst other players in the Saudi league. I'm not saying that the Saudi league, like Cristiano said, that has the potential to be the 5th best league in the world. I'm not going to say that. I'm never going to agree with that statement. But what I will agree with is that they did have the financial backing. I guess the desire to bring players of this caliber to their league, in a sense. But all in all, Benzema, nobody's mad that you chose to play in Saudi Arabia. You have nothing to prove. The same way I wouldn't be mad. I would not be mad. You might be shocked. I would not be mad if Messi had joined the Saudi league and got the 1.2 billion or whatever it was. I would not be mad. He has nothing to prove in the European stage no more.
Yeah.
And you can label us like Messi haters or whatever you want. We don't hate Messi, not at all. We're just saying that Messi at this age is choosing to play in the MLS, and Cristiano Ronaldo at that age chose to test himself in European competition with Juventus. That's all we're saying.
And he showed up.
And
I'm-
that's a
40-plus
fact.
goal
And that's a
contributions.
fact. And it's not like we're making this up.
no.
And sorry, Benzema. Hey, I hope todo lo más bueno ahí, all the best. I know you're going to kill it. And I hope there's a clásico between you and Cristiano Ronaldo to see who bags the most goals. That's it.
And let it be on TV for us to watch.
Being
I'm
sports,
glad that
baby.
that
BN,
Benzema.
figure it out.
I'm glad Benzema got to have his Champions League last year or the year that he had, because we all know that the three-peat. Everybody, Cristiano bagged what 70 to 80 goals in that three-peat. Everybody knew that Cristiano Ronaldo was the one wearing the cape. While obviously Benzema was his Robin. Bale's had his chance against Liverpool and in that Champions League final, and it was kind of like, okay, Benz needs one something big,
and he
got it in France. Well, he got his in everybody. I mean, Cristiano got it in Portugal, Bale got it in Wales, and Benzema got it in Paris. But I'm saying
in a crazy way too.
Yeah, exactly. No, but that's what I'm saying. Like against PSG, you're dead in the water. And it's like everybody was looking around. They're kind of like, well, what's going on? Everybody looked at Benzema, and Benzema bagged that hat trick in less than what 25
What did he
minutes?
tell Vinny, Rodrigo, and Carlo at halftime? We can score 3 goals.
Yeah. So,
No
I mean,
problem.
they
No
score the
problem.
goals and they upset them. Okay, against Chelsea. You're up against Chelsea in the first leg. Second leg, everything is going the wrong way. Who do they look for? Well, obviously, Rodrigo's the one that scores, but Benzema's the one getting everybody involved. Against Man City, same thing. Benzema goes into Man City, has a huge game to keep Madrid 1 goal behind. He hits the penalty and to send him to the final, and then obviously
everybody in this podcast that listens knows that I am the biggest Manchester United fan. I love what we did in '99. I don't think anything can top it, even a Man City, whatever. We'll preview it, but look, that run that Madrid went on, beating Paris, beating Chelsea, and Man City,
and then Liverpool.
You can't top that. You cannot top that because Madrid was the underdog for every single game. Every single game.
Yeah.
Crazy. It's blasphemous. And how are you going to win a tie with 4 minutes left when you're losing at home in a Champions League game? It's mental, bruv. It's mental. It's mental.
Yeah.
So, to me, in modern history, this is the greatest Champions League run that any team has ever gone on. And it's all credit to Real Madrid, Carlo Ancelotti, and Benzema. Because without Benzema, You don't go through that run. Absolutely not.
Ramadan Benz. All right, let's move on, guys. Good luck to Karim out there. It'll be it's gonna be interesting to see
Encante.
how he does Encante. They'll be teammates there.
Yes, sir.
So obviously, guys, there's rumors that Harry Kane might be headed to Madrid. I have a different perspective on it. But I'm gonna let JC go first. JC, this kind of seems like if you're gonna get somebody that's in a case similar to Benzema, it feels like maybe Harry is like maybe the closest thing, even though they're like light years of difference between both players. But do you feel like Kane is the right move for Madrid or not?
If you're just looking for goals, yeah. Oh, I got some dogs barking in the back. But if you're just looking for goals, yeah, for sure. But I just think that they're different type players. They're not developed. They're not going to build the same build up is not going to be there. Where the link up with a Vinicius and a Rodrigo and just the way he plays his game. He's not as technical as a Karim, so you really have to play different. You almost have to force Kane now to go up there and just play striker and let everybody else create and just have him be the finishing touch. I still believe that they need a playmaking 9 up there or somebody they can rotate in to give them some options. I don't believe they're going to want to negotiate with Tottenham ownership because they're going to be pretty crazy with the price tag.
Supposedly Dan Levy is asking for 150.
Of course he is. And that's what he's crazy. And that's I don't think that Kane wants to leave the Premier League because he's chasing Premier League top goal scorer of all time. And he wants
JC, would you
he wants to break that
over Champions League and La Liga and all that?
Honestly, I think if you're not going to leave Tottenham at all and you've already decided that you're probably not going to win a championship because you don't want to let anybody down and you're too worried.
Come on.
I just think at this point, the only thing Kane really has to go for is just that all-time goal scorer. And I don't believe – I think he should leave for sure. I think he should leave and he should go anywhere but Tottenham to try to win a cup. And that Premier League all-time goal scorer isn't that important. And he just needs to go ahead and pick somebody. But I don't think he's going to be the answer for Madrid, to be honest. I still think that there's other options at striker that you can develop. Benzi had the fortune to go ahead and go through a couple coaches that taught him a thing or two. And I don't think you're really going to find any coaches or any players to get developed by those coaches the same way. He was inspired by a lot of greats on his come up, and that credits to Benzi's, quality. And if you're looking for a Benzema replacement and that's what you're framing the next guy to be, you're setting him up for failure because you're not going to find a Benzema replacement to be exactly what Benzema was, if not better. And that's going to be the biggest problem at the end of the day.
You got Jose Mourinho, you had Zinedine Zidane, and you had Carlo Ancelotti.
Bro, and then multiple stints with Carlo.
Carlo's still there, but okay.
Okay,
and
so
Jose coach.
Before I go to Eddie, I'm going to give you my take. I think the Harry Kane thing was a little serious, and that's who Carlo wants, but that's not who Florentino wants. Florentino, we all know who he wants. That is why these talks again have started. That's why they've started these talks again about how this, and they just started 2 days ago.
I disagree with both of you. So
Madrid's keeping tabs on Mbappe. And now Madrid would consider getting him because Mbappe has an out clause next January that he can activate, and he becomes a free agent next summer, and he can sign with Madrid for free. I remember when he re-signed, we talked about this. I know we didn't have the podcast yet, and we said maybe he's doing this so at the end Madrid can get. Maybe he goes after the World Cup. He says, "You know what? I'm done, and I want you guys to get something for me leaving." You guys get the money. I get to leave, and there it is. So I know that there's tension between PSG and Madrid, but I feel like this is the perfect. I think this has started now. The activation of Mbappe telling these guys, "Hey, I'm gonna leave, bro. I'm gonna leave next summer. Whether you guys like it, whether you guys don't, I'm leaving. I'm out. That's my destiny. It's supposed to be me, Rodrigo, and Vinicius up top." Wrecking with Jude Bellingham, Camavinga, Valverde, and all these guys.
Don't disrespect too many.
No. I was going to too many then, and then obviously and all that. So I feel like that's what's going on. I feel like ultimately it's Papa Perez trying to get PSG to finally open up and say, you know what, we're going to lose this kid. We can't lose Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe all without getting any money back, essentially. So let's negotiate something for Mbappe.
I kind of have different visions
that's
than
what's
you
happening.
guys. But
I don't think Harry Kane touches the. I don't think Harry Kane's going to be a Madridista.
Okay.
I think it's this is all a ploy to try and get PSG to talk Mbappe. But Eddie, you go ahead.
Yeah, this is first of all. Let me tell you something right now. We all thought that Harry Kane could not be that playmaking forward, but he showed it when Jose Mourinho was at head of Tottenham. Not only was he scoring goals, he was dropping in deeper and playmaking. So first, that's debunked. He can definitely do that and play that role.
Where was that this season?
My guy, your boy Conte did not have that same idea.
Oh, okay.
That
Now it's
had.
Conte's fault.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Is.
All right.
100%.
A technical player will be technical no matter who the coach is.
100%.
They put any coach they wanted out there for Benzi, and he still handled his technical ability, develop plays, and goals scored.
100%.
Like it was nobody's business.
Fault because Conte did not want Harry Kane
now you're just
to be that drop maker. Again. Okay,
you're
whatever.
mental.
Sure. Say what you want to say. That's fine. But to say that he does not have the chance to put on the Madrid jersey is blasphemous. Papa Perez just got embarrassed in a Champions League semifinal. Harry Kane offers you a great solution after Benzema left.
So Harry Kane is your solution then? Harry Kane's going to make a difference versus that Man City team.
As striker, 100%. Yes, 100%.
If I'm going to pay 150 million for him, I'd rather add another 50.
No,
and
hold
go
on.
get Mbappe.
I'm not talking about price. I'm talking about player. 100% Harry Kane offers you a solution.
Harry Kane on that Madrid team beats Man City?
Yes.
Over Benzema?
Yes.
You're crazy.
Yes.
There's no evidence to support that.
At this stage,
you're talking
Harry Kane
crazy.
just back 30 goals in the Premier League. You're gonna
how many Benzema score?
Benzema scored less than 20 goals in La Liga.
But he played a lot less games.
I'm still not saying Kane comes in for Benzema and beats that Man City team. That don't happen.
100% it doesn't happen. Harry Kane has proven that he can beat Man City his Tottenham years. Tottenham, for like 2 or 3 years, was Man City's kryptonite. 100%. We've all seen it. Mental, bruv. How did Tottenham get to a Champions League final because they beat Man City? Anyways, come on. Let me just
But was it because of Kane?
Harry Kane and Son.
Oh, okay. There it is. So it wasn't all Harry Kane.
Most of it was Harry Kane, though.
Yeah, now most of it. Make up your mind.
Most of it was Harry Kane, though. For you to suggest that Harry Kane cannot be technical, cannot play similar role.
You're comparing the two.
Benzema. How is he not technical? When Jose Mourinho was there,
is he more technical than
Benzema? You seen the Prime documentary, and we seen the games live. Harry Kane was not only giving assists, he was scoring goals.
He doesn't have the same technical.
Yo, by the way,
this is crazy.
If Man City loses
both of them.
If Man City loses on Saturday, and Erling Haaland does not get and doesn't re-sign his contract, next offseason could be very interesting for Papa Perez.
I told you that a long time ago, and y'all went crazy when I brought it up.
So
that's very valid.
You guys watching on a star. He's gonna resign with Man City.
I don't know.
You heard it here first.
That Madrid midfield.
I mean, getting the cosign on that.
Hey, Fabricio, here we go. Trademark. Sorry, you heard it here first.
I mean, if you look right now at that midfield, who? I mean, I'm telling you, if Mbappe comes to Real Madrid and plays behind this midfield, you got. Oh, by the way, and they were saying that Bellingham. I read an article from the Athletic, and Bellingham said that he wanted Toni Kroos and Luka Modric there because he wants to learn. He wants to take this year to learn
My guy,
from them.
I already know a midfield. Just a Valverde and Jude Bellingham. I don't even care who's behind them. You can put whoever you want behind them. I understand. I get it. This is
What?
crazy. This is crazy. I understand that Madrid have a great midfield.
No, I know.
That doesn't take away from the fact that Harry Kane can create not only for others, but he can create for himself. So why wouldn't Harry Kane be a solution that's an immediate, plug and fix for Real Madrid? It's blasphemous that JC says no.
Oh, okay. Well, well, I think JC's.
What do you think? You think Harry Kane can plug and play?
I think he could, but the thing is, I feel like Papa Perez is set on his ways.
Yes or no? Yes or no? Pick fire.
I'm going to go no. I'm going to go no then.
All right. You and him are crazy, but okay.
No, well,
you're not even listening to what I said. They don't. You're setting anybody up for failure to come in as the Benzema replacement because Benzema has set the level so high on a level that is ridiculous for anybody to even come close to. The same way nobody's going to come and be better than a Cristiano. I don't believe anybody's going to beat Cristiano's records. I don't think anybody's going to beat Benzi's records for a long time.
We're not asking
for a long time. You're trying to bring a guy in to say it's going to be.
Him to beat the records.
You're saying right now that the next guy to come in, Harry Kane, is going to take and do what Benzema did at the same, if not a better level. That's not happening. That is not happening.
Okay, so
that's not happening.
I in a sense
that is not going to happen.
I in a sense agree with what he like. The
that
next
is
guy that you bring in,
what needs to happen is the standard is Benzema. Nobody's going to come in and be Benzema. Nobody's going to dribble like Benzi. Nobody's going to create. Nobody's going to play second. Nobody's going to support and do what they have to do for the team to win.
The standard is there.
It's not going to happen.
Someone else has said it.
No, I know, but
it for sure ain't going to be Kane.
The standard is there for someone else to set it. The same way Vinicius came in and he set his own standard, the same way Kane could come in and set his own and make his own history. You guys are
what JC's saying is the next guy has to be somebody that's a Galactico. That's a guy that is.
And Harry Kane's not.
No, dude, he's not that.
Harry Kane doesn't have that pool.
No, he's not. He's not Mbappe. Mbappe comes in, and Mbappe can shoulder.
He's a goal scorer, 1,000% goal scorer, but he's not.
And Madrid need a goal scorer.
And Mbappe
they need another Benzi.
Mbappe shouldered it with France. He shouldered it with PSG. He comes in and he's already established. He knows it.
Look, Harry Kane has never question mark.
Harry Kane hasn't
if
had that.
Harry Kane is that guy, why doesn't England have a championship? Why doesn't England have a national title and any stage with Harry Kane playing every single tournament for them every single minute?
The question marks.
That's clear. It's clear.
Harry Kane would have scored in 2018 versus Croatia. We were talking about England being champions. And we wouldn't be having this conversation.
No, he wasn't there in the Euro Cup. He wasn't there in Croatia.
About this and that.
He wasn't there in.
But he's never had that pressure on him the way that.
But also, Benzema didn't really show himself in France. You can't make that argument because Benzema was not there.
He never got a chance to play.
That's what I'm saying.
He was blackmailed.
Yeah, but in 2014,
we can't compare. No,
but in 2014, he was the highest goalie. He was the highest scorer in the World Cup.
Oh man.
No, but what we're saying is
dogging Harry Kane.
No, we're not dogging him. It's just that
JC, would you take Harry Kane right now at Manchester United? Yes or no?
Different freaking level.
No.
Hell yeah, I'll
take
Harry Kane.
No.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take Harry Kane. But Harry Kane's not gonna make his Champions League champions.
Waza set a different standard.
Harry Kane is not gonna make his.
No. Waza set this different standard. Waza did this. Waza did that.
I just said Harry Kane's not gonna win us a Champions League.
Come on. Yes, he is.
He's not going to win us a Champions League. No, he's not.
Yes, he can. Yes, he can.
He's not.
100%.
He's going to do way better than Rashford ever has and ever will. 1,000%.
There we go. That's what I think, JC.
Thank you. But he ain't going to beat out any standards that were set by Waza. All right, but you talk about the guy like he's the second coming of Mbappe, bro.
Guy, he had to play forward
and do average stats.
He had to play forward and left wing.
And so does Mbappe. And so does freaking Vinicius and Rodrigo. Okay, whoop-de-doo, bro.
Your boy's not even good at one position. At that stadium, I think he probably fill up 1/4 of it.
You've already seen
you rate La Liga more than the Premier League?
You've already seen it more,
Yes
bro.
or no?
You've seen
You-
Harry Kane
you
play for
rate La
better
Liga
teams, and
more
they
than
don't
the
win.
Premier League.
I rate Real Madrid more than the Premier League.
That's not what I asked. You rate La Liga more than the Premier League.
I rate
Yes
Real
or
Madrid
no?
higher than
You
that.
asking me?
But that's
No.
different.
I'm
But that's
asking both of
different.
you. No. Hold on. You rate La Liga more than the Premier League. Yes or no?
No, I
No.
don't. And I'm not talking about La
No.
Liga. I'm
All right then.
talking about Champions League.
Harry Kane has proved himself in what is considered the best league in the world time and time again. What makes you think he's not going to prove it in not only La Liga, but playing with a team like Real
Because
He's
Madrid?
played
when
on
is
the
he
league.
ever when has he ever had
When have you given Harry Kane great midfielders
In England,
ever
In
at
England?
club football?
he didn't play with
Club
Declan Rice and
football.
Jude Bellingham on England.
Hold on. Club
Come on, bro.
football.
Stop. That's where your whole
Club
argument falls apart.
No, I know,
Stop.
but
That's where it all
he's
falls apart.
30. He's 30 years old. He's never.
No, he's not. He's 29.
Okay, well, he's gonna be 30 by the time the season, or right around 30 when the
That's where your
Ronaldo
argument falls all
and-
apart. He
and
has done
Ronaldo-
nothing with the
hold on.
premium England teams. Nothing. You're talking Jude. You're talking freaking
Bro, you
your
know
boy
that
Rashford.
pressure.
You're
That
talking
pressure
Wayne
gonna be
Rooney.
tough. Can
Come
he
on,
handle
bro.
that pressure?
2 years
He
of
can't.
premium teams.
That's why he's never
2
won
years,
with
right
England.
2
here.
years
Hey,
of premium teams.
I'm gonna give it to you
Where,
right
bro?
here. He's gonna start. He'll start complaining once he hears those whistles. It takes him mentally
No.
strong. Like Vinicius has heard him, he overcame.
No.
Cristiano's heard him. Bale's.
No.
Everybody's heard those whistles. Can Harry Kane overcome the whistling?
Baba
Can he
Perez,
overcome the
I know you're listening
criticism?
to the Compas. Listen to your biggest supporter over there on the right over there, Fernando, talking blasphemous.
I'm not.
And JC, we expect it from him. But this is crazy.
It's not
This is
blasphemous.
crazy.
There's a standard. Harry
So
Kane's
answer
never
my question. What has
dogging-
Harry Kane done with England?
Harry Kane hasn't
what?
won anything.
He's been on super England
Yo,
teams and
those who
done
are
nothing.
listening, wherever it is, look at the comments.
Couldn't bring the Euro
Let
home.
us know.
That's it.
Let us
It's the nail in the
know.
coffin.
What do you think about Harry Kane? This is the
All right.
question of the podcast. Harry Kane to Madrid. Thank you.
All right. Well, we got to move on because
Hold up. Let me drop this
Look at
real
this guy.
quick.
Look at
Because
this
look,
guy.
you ready? Watch this. Hold
Look at
on.
him. Look at him. Someone look at this.
Look
Look
at
this.
look at
this.
You ready?
Look at
Ready?
this.
Listen to this team.
Go
Listen to this
ahead.
team.
Go ahead.
Declan Rice, Phillips, Trippier, Mount, Sterling. Let's look at this bench. Rashford, Grealish,
so
Henderson,
you
Sancho,
rate
Saka,
Sterling down. You rate
Ramsdale,
Sterling and
Reece
Rashford down.
James,
Okay.
Jude Bellingham. These are all your top players. These are all
you rate
guys
Mount
you
too.
rate.
You rate Mount. You rate Mount. Okay.
You're not listening.
Okay,
So these
well-
are all guys you rate, and Harry Kane played with all these guys that you rate top tier
Look.
and couldn't bring it home. And he played with a better team after that in the World
Look.
Cup and did what?
They
Nothing.
should have brought it home.
No,
should
they
have brought
should
it
have.
home in
He
2018.
should have done his part and shouldn't been that superstar you're claiming him to be, but he's not.
2018, we all know
He's not.
Francis Kryptonite, England. It's not Argentina. It's not Portugal.
And they didn't
nobody
bring it
else.
home.
All right.
But they lost to Croatia
With a super team.
unfortunately.
Super teams, England
Jesus.
super teams, and Harry Kane's at the front of them,
No.
and they don't win
An
because Harry Kane
experienced
chokes.
team. Inexperienced team.
Let it go.
Okay, well,
All right.
go
I
ahead,
got
go
to.
ahead.
All right.
right.
So obviously, we got to head over to the FA Cup final. Man City ends up
Jesus, I
beating
don't wanna talk
Manchester
about that.
United 2-1. JC, what happened? Why did Man City
Look
come
at
away with the victory?
Hate to say I
Yeah,
told everybody
look,
so.
Look, I already
Told
know.
everybody.
Look at him.
Play
Okay.
two men
Oh,
down.
why
It's
did I know?
impossible to win.
That's crazy, bro.
What do you think is gonna happen? You play
This
without
is
a goalie
crazy.
and with one less forward? Come on, bro.
It's crazy.
What you think was
I
gonna
was
happen?
finally
That's
gonna
the
give
first thing
JC
I
credit.
said.
I was gonna give JC credit, but he said two players. I can't.
Oh, I'm sorry. How many shots on goal did Rashford have?
I can't.
How many? And they played him as striker?
I can't.
Come on,
I
bro.
can't.
Miss me
I
with
can't.
that, bro. Don't even go there. I called it before the cup even started. When we previewed it, I said it all depends
You're different.
on what
You're
Rashford
different.
and what De
You're
Gea shows
different.
up. And
You're
you know, we
different.
got the worst
You're
version
different.
or the only version of him really at this point,
He's
because
playing
that's
with
what they
injury.
do
Playing with
consistently.
injury.
Oh, playing with
Playing with an
injury.
injury.
What other
Fighting
excuses you
through
got?
injury.
His thumb's hurt because he
Fighting
got
through
too many
injury.
Instagram posts.
Fighting
Oh, yeah.
through injury. But
Okay, fighting
for
through
sure.
injury. He just threw himself on the pitch because he didn't know what else
No
to do,
problem.
like always.
Okay.
Eddie,
Scrub.
why did Man City win this game?
De Gea, plain and simple. I'll finally say it here. De Gea did not show up.
He never does.
That's it.
You can
Plain
count
and
on him to
simple.
always screw this team over.
Plain and simple. De Gea did not show up. You talk about a downer
And neither did Rashford.
going down in the first 15 seconds of the game. And Manchester United fought back. And at times they looked better than Man City. And they caused a lot of problems. But De Gea didn't show up. Plain and simple.
And Ten Hag is onto
That's
something.
it.
Keep it a buck. Ten Hag is onto something. He made, Manchester a fortress again. City, you got to start figuring out what to do out here. I don't think Pep's going to think about sticking around much longer with all these other teams getting better. And, he's racking up the financial fair play charges, and they're going to have to come down sometime. But,
Something like that.
you know what I mean? United was just some squad depth away from winning this game. And, had you had another forward up top, had you had another midfielder that you can call upon, because even Sabitzer was out.
Not a goalkeeper.
You know what I mean? Oh, I don't even got to say that. That's been known
Oh,
since
you have
like last
activated
couple
the Dan
seasons.
and Dago question of the
Come on.
day.
There you go. Double
Here we
jeopardy.
go.
JC, you have answered it. So, JC, there is a report that David De Gea has a lucrative offer from Saudi Arabia in the
Take
works.
it and run.
He wants to
Take it and
stay at
run,
Man U. What do you think he should do?
Nah, so for those viewers, right? His lucrative offer is from Saudi Arabia. They are paying this man to retire, right? Isn't that what it was?
Yeah,
essentially.
yeah.
So, and he still thinks he can come play for United. He can, man, this guy right here. I'm telling you, I don't know.
Keep him.
I don't know where his ego is coming from. Like, no, he doesn't. Don't go and throw a coach like that and make him seem like a fool.
Go Glover.
Come on now. Yeah, where was he in the FA?
He's not gonna guarantee him the number
where was he in the Euro? In the Europa?
He's not gonna guarantee
Where's he at?
him the number
You got
one
the same
spot.
De Gea at the
He's
Europa that you got this final, and you can thank him again for making us flunk out. And your boy's a bum.
You don't listen. That's your problem.
I don't have to. I know him right. I know him right. You prove me right again.
You're worse than
my
girlfriends. You listen. Listen.
There's nothing to listen to. You're gonna say another lie right now. Look, ready? Everybody get ready for the lie.
Stubborn. That'd be so stubborn.
Ready? Listen for the next lie.
Ten Hag has made it clear he would like to keep De Gea.
Yeah.
But he's not guaranteeing him the number one spot.
Show me where that's at.
And I'm not mad about that.
Then there's no point to re-sign him to a $500K a week wage if he's not going to be a starter.
He's not going to do that. He's going to sign him to like a $100K per week deal, maybe. And that's it.
Kino called it a long time ago. He's not signing that deal, bro.
I know.
Come on, bro.
The guy.
You're over there making all these excuses for bums, bro.
All right,
step up your game.
Let's jump over real quick. Let's preview the Man City versus Inter final. JC, no, Eddie, what does Man City need to do to win this game?
They better hope that John Stones is fit to play, and that Kevin De Bruyne doesn't play like he played in the FA Cup final. Because if that happens, best believe that Man City will not win. Barella and Brozovic, Bastoni can take a hold of Haaland. Trust me, they got bodies out there to make it difficult. And I know in this podcast we're dogging Inter for a long time. But you know what? Lautaro, Dzeko scoring against his former club, that'd be lovely. Lukaku owes Manchester United $200 million. You better do something, stop the trouble from happening. But realistically, it's Bastoni, Barella, Brozovic, maybe Dumfries holding Jack Grealish at bay. Man City
Bastoni did come out and say that they have been watching film on how Rudiger was able to hold down Haaland.
Man City need to play their game. They need to allow that free-flowing ball. It's not tiki-taka. Let's not mistake it. It's not tiki-taka, all right? For all of you guys on social media saying that Manchester City are playing the tiki-taka that Barcelona played, that's not what they're playing. Plain and simple. Jack Grealish better have a game because in the FA Cup final, Aaron Wan-Bissaka kept them in his pocket. Facts. Bernardo Silva, anonymous. Kevin De Bruyne had no flashes. If it's not for Ilkay Gundogan, they wouldn't be winning the FA Cup. So Man City need to go back to the basics, see what made them successful, and led them to that run where they beat Arsenal for the Premier League and stick to those principles to be successful. Plain and simple. That's it.
JC, what does Inter need to do to win this game?
I mean, Ten Hag gave the blueprint. I mean, he made it pretty clear, just challenge City, and it's out there, and they just can't get little. They're in the final. They made it this far, and that's the biggest problem that a lot of teams have when they come and play a squad like Man City or a super team, and you don't spend that, and you have that transfer budget that they do, and those name for name big pound players. You don't need to have them. This Inter team proved everybody wrong. They proved me wrong. I came out here and said it when they smashed out Milan. I was like, bro, like this team right here, at this point, anything's possible. Like anything is possible. And they're proving it. They went all out on that Milan game. They've been resting. They haven't had any other things to derail them from, coming in the best way possible for this. And they've been watching a lot of games leading up to this. They've had a lot of time. It's just time to execute. I think that Inter, on the low, very quiet, have a very hardworking team. And, we're dropping a lot of names out here that a lot of these viewers aren't going to know and recognize. But that midfield for Inter is box to box, and they run for 90 minutes, man. And then they got some guys coming in off the bench that are going to come in just as hard. Their biggest problem is they're going to be able to finish. They're going to have to finish those few opportunities they have up front because they're not going to have a lot of them. And when they get them, they're going to be sacred. And whoever's up there playing goal scorer, whether it's Zeko, ex-Man City player, all you plastic Man City fans, let me know if Zeko played for, Man City for a little bit. And it's just going to be tough, and it's going to be tough. And they're just going to have to, really execute when they get those goal opportunities. I just hope that the referee doesn't really play a role in this one. Like, we saw them play in a couple Man City games before. And, the last time, a few questionable calls, but we just want a fair game. UEFA's been on a run where they've been having bad refs here and there, so the final's not the time for it. But Inter needs to just really be focused all 90 minutes and just make it difficult for Man City, and those few chances they have in front of goal, score, bag them.
Who you got?
Still got Inter squeaking it out, ugly, but they'll do it.
Eddie, who you got?
Damn. Man City.
I'm gonna go Inter as well. Quickly, let's go through. Eddie wanted this for some
Of
Mourinho.
course, I
some
wanted
reason,
this guy.
Uh,
Are you kidding me? You're gonna disrespect all the West Ham fans out there?
nah,
Crazy.
no, but it's funny.
Crazy.
Here's what Declan Rice had to say after West Ham won their championship. This is actually pretty funny. Check it out.
And to be honest with you, I didn't expect this many people tonight, but it is West Ham, so we're fucking massive, aren't we? Yes!
Okay, so once again, I do.
They had to apologize for the language that he used.
I don't care about the language,
but obviously
Let's
he's
go.
excited. This was David Moyes' first major trophy.
David Moyes,
25 years as a manager. 25 years.
games managed. This is his first trophy.
One, what does this mean for West Ham? And two, do you think Declan Rice leaves and to where?
Look, you know what this means for West Ham is that they got a European trophy and they're playing Europa League next season. That's what it means.
They got a European trophy before Harry Kane did.
Hold on. It means they got a European trophy and they're playing Europa League next season after a bad season in the Premier League. That's what that means for West Ham. And Mark Noble and David Moyes as a reflection of his work that he's put in for West Ham. What does it mean for Declan Rice? It means that's his last game for West Ham. What a way to walk out. What a way to show your commitment to a club than bringing their biggest trophy in over 30 years, 40 years, whatever it was, right? Through and through, Declan Rice is a West Ham man. Even to the day he retires, no matter what club he goes to, he will be remembered as a West Ham man. Shout out Bobby Moore. If you know, you know. Declan Rice brought a trophy back to the Hammers. That should be celebrated, and nobody should be dogging him if he chooses to move elsewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, where you got him going?
That'd be crazy. I think realistically, I could see him going to Bayern Munich. Thomas Tuchel was always a fan. If the rumors are true that Kimmich might move on from Bayern Munich, Declan Rice will plug in and do the job superbly. I would want him to stay in the Premier League and play for Manchester United. I'm a little biased, but we could do with that. Casemiro, Bruno, and Declan. That's a crazy midfield. But we'll see. Realistically, I think he'll go to Bayern Munich. Optimistically, I would think he'd go to Manchester United. But good job, David Moyes, the first British manager to lift a European trophy since Sir Alex Ferguson. Congrats to him. Congrats to West Ham. Congrats to all the West Ham fans. Regardless of what Fernando thinks about whether this trophy is valid or not, it is a European trophy.
JC, anything to add to that?
No, I mean, great game. Lucas Paqueta put in a world-class goal at the end. Half a goal, because that vision was crazy. Just slotted that through ball, to go down the middle.
Give Jared Bowen some credit? That's crazy.
Damn, guy, you gonna let me talk today? Just everything. And then Declan holding down the mid, he's definitely due for a move to a bigger club. There's a big old angry rumor that Arteta's really to just blow it all and whatever it takes to sign him, but how that goes. But there's a huge crazy Arsenal rumor that he's already apparently on his way. But you know how Arsenal fans are, and they love to get ahead of themselves for a lot of things, for a lot of things, them boys over there talking about we in a title race, bruv, and they not even halfway through the season. But no, I mean, shout out Declan, definitely did it, and I feel like he stayed an extra year in West Ham for these reasons. There was a possibility at some glory, doing some crazy things and some big things before leaving, but I think he's prime and ready. I think he's been ready to leave that team and go try himself somewhere else, and it's definitely time. Where will he go? I mean, it's tough because Arsenal's ready to just throw crazy money at West Ham for him. And they're not going to say no to it. They've been wanting a big, crazy price tag for Declan, and whoever is ready to pay for it is there. Tommy, I rate him as a manager, and he's done great things with far lesser talent. So if you bring him in next to a Goretzka, you get a goal scorer out there. You got a Mane out there playing, possibly could come bounce back and play some great football. And they've got a strong base out there. I was excited about that rumor. Realistically, I can't knock that Arsenal just because I know they're going to throw money at him. I've seen them spend more money on less and, not have the quality or the CV that Declan does. But it's just one of those things where you'll see where he goes. And, whoever I feel like gets the best offer to West Ham, they're going to do it. And, shout out West Ham for the big victory. They delivered. The refs finally called the handball the way they're supposed to again. I don't know why we pick and choose what handballs to call. It's pretty clear. Handball in the box is a pen, no matter what country or what game you play. Handball's a handball when it's out of sight, right? But shout out West Ham, Declan. Where you going? If you hear this some way somehow, listen to United one time. Hear our offer, and if you go to Bayern, just don't go to Arsenal. Yeah, I mean, just don't go do that. Don't go do that.
We gotta end on a high note here. Obviously, a high.
No, hold on. Look, check it out.
This guy,
Declan Rice, has given up $10 million in the last 18 months to stay with West Ham, because West Ham had offered him 18 months ago a £200,000
just recently again. They bumped it up to 3
contract at West Ham and renew. So I should tell you something about Declan Rice's character. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right. Well, we want to end this show on a high note. So just really quick, I know you guys and really quick sometimes don't go together, but I'm gonna let you guys really quick. Favorite memory of Zlatan
winning that Euro Cup for United.
Eddie?
You mean the Carabao Cup?
No, because he got us to that Euro, and that final was done before it even
you mean the
started.
Carabao Cup? I know what you
No.
mean. Versus
I'm talking about
So
the Euro.
but okay.
he grabbed the
Talking about
microphone
the Euro.
and
Look, my greatest memory of Zlatan is when he came to the MLS and he smacked LAFC in 20 minutes.
that was funny. This was he was getting booed on Wednesday, and this typical Zlatan fashion. He responded this way.
A Milan, fischia, questo è il momento di mostrarlo.
So basically, Zlatan in Italian was saying, "Keep booing. This is the biggest moment in your year seeing me."
Typical Zlatan.
So
Hey, if that's the one you're
Zlatan.
going with, then you probably love when he signed LeBron's jersey and sent it back to him, huh?
Oh, that was amazing.
Hold
So
on,
LeBron, when
Fernando.
LeBron came to the Lakers, real quick, he sent jerseys out to everybody. Melvin Ingram, Keenan Allen got it for the Chargers. He sent 2 jerseys to each team and to 2 players. And he sent one to Zlatan. Zlatan autographed it and sent it back to LeBron James. He's like, you may be big in the United States, but Zlatan is big worldwide. So definitely, I'm gonna miss that. Just the way, like, and when he left LA Galaxy, he put in the newspaper, "You're dear Los Angeles, you're welcome." Like, just typical Zlatan fashion, hilarious. Took out a whole page in the LA Times to do that. So
I know you want to talk about Mexico versus Cameroon, so let's do it.
No, we gotta go. We gotta go.
No, we can touch on that real quick. Go ahead, put it on there real quick. Mexico versus Cameroon.
All right, real quick.
Here at the Snapdragon Stadium.
Yep.
Partido Molero. Cameroon and Mexico. If Raúl Jiménez starts for L3, all you should know about Diego Coca and the L3. That's it. That is it. If Santi Jiménez is not leading that line, I don't care if it's versus Cameroon, Honduras, El Salvador. If it's not Santi Jiménez, that's all you need to know about Diego Coca. Period.
By the way, Santi Jimenez was talked about over the weekend. Somebody said, or in this last week, somebody tweeted out he should be the next option for Real Madrid. That's a cheap option. You mold him and you let him grow.
That's
he liked the
option,
tweet.
but I don't think he's ready for that.
No, I know, but he liked the tweet, so everybody was pretty excited about that. JC, do you have anything to add for Mexico versus Cameroon? Or are you good?
No, I mean,
okay. Well, we appreciate you guys so much for joining us on another episode of Compas FC. Please go check out everything else on the Compas on the Beat network. On regular Compas on the Beat, this week we talked about everything going on in the NFL with obviously the dead period is coming up. So Gilbert and I gave you guys our top 7 quarterbacks heading into the dead period. And obviously, we talked about some other stuff, Dalvin Cook, some other things about what's going on right now in the NFL.
Josh Allen got that cover, huh?
Yeah, Josh Allen's on the cover.
Bills Mafia.
And he's also he also has a new lady. So right now, Josh
Too
Allen's
bad for that Manning curse, man.
I know. But don't forget to check out What's Up Bolts, House of Horns, and Comeback Compas. Gilbert and I have a few surprises for that coming up. So make sure you guys tune in. And obviously, don't forget to check out everything Compas FC. We have got you covered this summer for soccer. We will have everything next week on the Champions League final. So we appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys for joining us once again. Don't forget, be a compa, tell a compa, like, subscribe, comment. Thank you guys so much. Have a great weekend.